Good morning, Beanie from Bliss Sneaks. It feels like a hot minute since I've done any videoing. We've just come back from Brazil, 3 weeks overseas, so I'm back at it now, and what better way to be able to get the first video back of my own little invention. I'm pretty nervous to show everybody, but we'll see what the thoughts are, and please leave a comment below if you think it's a good idea, bad idea. I would love to know, and if I've forgotten anything as well. So I'm pretty sure I've thought of absolutely everything and then some, but yeah, I'm always up for suggestions. My mate Risey, he reckons I should have put a Bluetooth speaker in it as well. Goose. I'm going to do this video in reverse. I'm actually going to show you the finished product first, and then if you want to stick around, I'll do like a short little video of just the making of it, the process over the last 18 months, and yeah. So it's taken me a better part of 18 months to get this all sorted. From the moment the idea popped into my head, all the way through to completing it, which was yesterday. Had 2 handles waiting in the mail for me once I got back from Brazil, which was great. So I popped them on yesterday and she was all complete. What I'll do is I'll run through the whole bit, top to bottom, right through, reasons why I've done it. I'm sure there's going to be questions about it as well. I'll try and think of all the questions that you may ask. I know the first one's going to be, how heavy does it weigh? I'll run into that very soon. But for now, I'll switch to my net cam and I'll walk you right through it. All right, so the first question that's always going to be asked is, how heavy does it weigh? And you'll be actually quite surprised. I've tried to keep the weight down in every place I possibly can. I've actually modified it. I kept designing it all the way up to the very end to try and make it the best possible. Now, it runs at about between 70 and 75 kilos. That's with everything. That's with the gas bottles on top, all the pots, pans, the cooker, the frame as well. I included that into the actual weight of it. And compare it to the other side. This other side was actually 80 kilos. Before I modified it. I changed the setup on this to the new crash pad Max Tracks Viper version 2. They actually fit 4 Max Tracks for anyone that's interested. Yeah, I've been waiting for them for ages to do that, and they actually finally did it. So I went and got one, and it's taken off about 5 kilos just on this side. There was 5 kilos difference between the bag setup and the old Cruiser Company Max Tracks holder that I had on here. So yeah, it made sense to do it. So they're roughly around the same weight, both sides, believe it or not. Big shout out to my old man. I actually drew up some measurements, exactly how I wanted it, and flung them over to my old man in Victoria, and he welded it up the bracket. Now anyone that's been watching the channel will know that I actually had the spare wheel on this side, and I've changed it over to the other side. That created a whole lot of problems in itself. The new arm was completely different to the existing arm on this side, and it's had the wheel sticking right out, and I think it was done by an apprentice because it was leaning back a fair bit as well, probably 5-10 degrees it was leaning back, which is not ideal at all. So I actually, we cut it up, we re-welded it, and now the wheel is as far in as possible as it can go, and it brings all the weight forward as well, instead of way back where it was. But anyways, getting off subject, yeah, I sent the measurements all the way over. He welded it up and done an amazing job, and he brought it over from Victoria all the way over to WA for me, and we sat there and welded it on. And once that was all welded on, I could go to the guy that made the alley work and give him the measurements, and yeah, he could start building it. It took a little while. He, the guy that done the alley work, he was a bit snowed under, and it took 6 months for him to actually build the box, which was a little bit annoying, but it was all good. He got it to me the day before I went to Shark Bay. People might have seen those videos that I was sort of hiding this in the background, but it was good to go on that trip because there's a few things that I've actually changed because of that trip, and I'll get into them once I open it up. Now, this little box on the side, originally it was going to be a little rubbish bin, and then all this happened with the crash pad bag, which is huge, by the way. It's absolutely huge for bidding. for the bin, which is good. I've got a 30 litre little plastic bin in there, easy as. Anyway, so I've changed this so it is all recovery gear. The reason why I've put the recovery gear in here is it is just simply easy access. If you're bogged and you're in mud, knee-deep mud or whatever, you don't want to be fluffing around opening up your car to get all your recovery gear. So it's easy access, straight in there, soft shackle, snatchy, it's all there ready to go. I've put these on the side just so no sticks or branches or anything rip them off if they're on the front here. There's already a couple of scratches just on the way here, but that's all right. And yeah, it's just going to make things a lot easier if we get bogged. Up top we have the gas bottles. This one, it will be for the hot water, which will be I can just take off each time and put it on the shower setup. This one will basically just stay here forever until I need to refill it. The gas hose goes straight into the actual cooker from there. It reaches beautifully. So that was the idea of putting them on there, and also taking everything off the roof as well, because I've got plans for the roof. That's right, I'll get into that later. So I'll show you how I set it up. Easy as. She opens up, all the water and wires at the back. This is a lock, so if it is windy like it is today, it won't go any further than that, which is pretty cool. But she gas struts out. That gas strut's a little bit worn out because it had the wheel on it all this time. But anyway, we'll set her up. Once I go through everything, I'll go through a pros and cons list that I've come up with the idea. There is a few for both, so I'll let you know. But this is how easy it is to set up. Like I said, I've put hours and hours and hours of thought into this. Yeah, if there's anything I've missed anything, please let me know. Just put them on the side there for a sec. These are just the shelves. They slide in there. I really need to replace that gas strut because she's a bit flogged out. Now, a couple of things have like multi-purposes. I'll run through them in a sec, but basically that's your layout. Nice and simple, easy. The access to everything. So I've got the fridge right there, both fridges, sorry. So basically that's your whole kitchen right there. And if you really wanted to, you can watch TV. But obviously the awning will come out. I'll show you that in a sec as well. And it's all undercover. So this acts as if it is raining, all the rain will just wash off it. Yeah, here we go. So up the top here, we've got a water meter. I'm so glad I put this in because we actually ran out of water at Christmas time when we were up at north. And if we had one of these, we would have been a little bit more conservative, I would say. But basically, I've got camp oven switch on. I actually did stuff up the measurements, and I was actually meant to have the full size one in here, but we missed out by about 5 mil, so I don't know what happened there, but yeah, we had to get the smaller one, but it's all good. They're really deep, these little ones, so switch that off. The light up top just makes sense. At night time, we're going to be cooking a lot at night time, so we have lights on the awning as well. But yeah, a bit of extra light doesn't hurt. We can charge stuff as well at the top here with the USB ports and everything, which is handy. And on the other side, we have the water. Now, the water is set up for a few ways of actually getting it to turn on. So underneath, bear with me, there used to be a tap just here, which comes with the sub tank. So I've changed that, and it's actually a switch off, so it switches all the water off to this. So when we're traveling, if a stick or something branch gets caught into the hose and rips the hose off for any reason, I'm not going to lose all my water. And then the next point of getting it to go is this switch, and then we've got water running here. And then that meter just counts down as we're going. So in here we've got a little 6 litre kick-ass water pump, also with all the wiring for that thing, the gauge, and then it runs through underneath, pops out. And the reason why I was originally going to put it underneath the car. The reason why I didn't do that is because it's just going to cop all the stones, all the sand, mud, everything. And if I need to change it out, because it will eventually flog out as they do, all I have to do is pull this drawer out, undo 4 bolts, unconnect it, and put the new one in. Simple as. And it's going to last a bit longer being hidden away. Easy as. All right, we'll switch that off. All right, so these were the last 2 things I had to put on to complete it, which arrived yesterday, and I put them on. Now, that little trip to Shark Bay taught me something about these drawers in itself. So I modified these drawers after that trip, which was good. I had locking slides on both sides, and it was a little bit annoying to get in there because it was so tight to the side. So I decided to change it and just put a normal slide on the one side and just have one locking on each side. And when you want to put stuff away, it was just a lot easier because every time I wanted to put something away, I had to put it down somewhere. I didn't have these shelves at that stage, so I had to put it down somewhere, open it up, and then put the stuff in. So just little things like that. And also, when I was putting the pots and pans away, it was so loud because it just echoed through the whole thing. So it sort of, I was probably going to do it anyway, but I just made sure I did, which was just carpet the inside of the drawers, and it will help with the pots and pans not getting bashed around as well. Now here I've got the paper towel. That basically serves as 2 purposes. It's easier to get to, you pull it off, and also the pans will fit in underneath it, and then the pots, I'm getting new pots by the way, will fit on top like that, and it will just stop it going forward and back, bashing around as well. So 2 purposes for that. This drawer was just for the shelves and also for the little things, what do you call them, fold away bucket things, and yeah, so they stay in there. And then obviously you've got the cooker. Now here's where I got a little bit tricky and a lot of thought went into it. So the cooker, I knew I was going to be having it permanently mounted there, so I didn't have to put it on and off. So I had to bolt it down. In the meantime, I thought, well, sometimes you're not actually camped on complete flat ground, and sometimes when you're cooking eggs in the morning, it's a bit hard in the old pan. So what I've done is, it's pretty hard to see, but if you can, it's spring loaded under here, and I can get about 10 to 15 degrees up one side if I really wanted to, just by undoing these. Get it in the sun so you can see. So this side lifts up, and it can go up quite high, and it's heavy enough, pretty strong springs in there, that I can put a full pot of water and it's not going to sit there and sink. So as you can see, she's lifted up on one side, and you can even go higher again. I can still go another probably 5 mil if I really wanted to. I mean, very rarely are we ever going to be using it like that, but the option is there, if you know what I mean. But yeah, that was just a little added extra I thought I'd do. I was just going to bolt it straight to the bottom, but you know. And the bolts on the bottom of this is what stop the shells from going any further in. So they lock in like so, like that. If I can point the camera down to the right direction. So yeah, they just lock in. Simple. And these are sturdy as. I did heavy duty draw runners. I probably went overkill on the draw runners. I probably didn't need to go as heavy as I did. These are like 60 kilos, and I think these ones are even more. I think like 100 kilos or something like that. All stainless steel. I did probably just needed to do the 30 kilo ones, which are these up top, and this one here. It would have been totally fine. What do you think so far? Have I nailed it? Leave a comment below. Now this was a little bit of a bonus score. This was originally going to sit on the back here, and yeah, it was going to be easy access as well. But then I looked at it when it arrived. I didn't sort of put 2 and 2 together until it arrived that it's the same bloody width as this, and I was like, well, that's bloody perfect. How easy is that? So I just drilled a couple of holes, put some clips on it, and yeah, it's easy access to get knives, forks while you're cooking. And yeah, simple as that. And then that folds away easy. Obviously you let the thing cool down before you put this on, and that folds away easy and straight in, easy as. All right, so I'm going to run through some of the pros and cons that I've actually come up with. Obviously a lot of pros, and I'll get the cons out of the way first. Basically the cons are the weight, obviously, but it's not that bad. So it's equivalent to having another spare wheel on the back with some max tracks. So it's not that bad. Obviously it's a little bit bulky, but it doesn't really take up all that much more room than the actual spare wheel itself. In fact, a 35-inch tyre will probably be bigger than that. So that's just because that's square, it makes it look big and bulky. All right, so we'll get into the pros of this. So first pro I've got is it's very, very quick to set up. It only takes probably 30 seconds to set it up, as opposed to the old setup that we had, which it took up a lot more room inside the car as well. And it probably took us, 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes to set up the old way. So it's very, very easy to set up. Everything's there ready to go, kind of thing. If you want to pull over on the side of the road, have a coffee or something like that, instead of going to a shop and spending money, literally lift the lid, pull it out, boil the kettle, all sweet. Easy to pack away if the weather comes in. So in WA it gets quite windy and it can get rain, storms, everything. So same with anywhere in Australia, but WA just seems to happen a bit more, I reckon. Anyways, it's easy to pack up because obviously just pull the shelves out, put them in, drawer, flip that over, push that in, close the door, done. Easy as. I think I suggested that before. It's less clutter inside the car. I can fit a few more things in the car now, which I don't know if I really need any more stuff in the car, but there's more room in the car, which is good. The gas bottles, I've got obviously 2 gas bottles. One is set up, ready to go. I don't have to touch it. Literally just put the hose, connect the hose to it, done. Simple as. I've already gone through the water pump. The water pump is easy access to get to, and if I need to swap it out, it's I don't have to chip off all the mud and crap and shit off it as well. Just ease of use. Decent bench sizes. So we always struggle for bench sizes, and now that we've got the extra shelves on the side, we don't have to bring as a bigger table with us when we're going camping. So I've got a slightly smaller table I can use now, which is good, and we don't have to worry about taking the big table, which is extra weight. So I'm saving a little bit of weight here and there. Recovery gear, I've gone through that already. It's easy access when you need it. And the last one is if you want to do a day trip from your camp spot location. So if you want to just leave your tent and gear there and just bugger off somewhere and go for a bit of an explore, it comes with you as well. So you don't have to pack everything up and put it all in the back if you want to go cooking something. You literally just close the lid, shut the drawer, close the lid, she's all ready to go. And obviously all your food and beers and everything are already in the fridge. So yeah, it's quite easy like that. It's getting super bright and my eyes are hurting. Anyways, that's the pros and cons. Please let me know if you think of anything else. I'd love to know your thoughts. Like I said, I'm a little bit nervous showing everybody this because I put my bloody heart and soul into this. It's taken a long time, and I think it's a bit of I don't want to say it, but I think it might be a bit of a game changer for wagon fit-outs. Four-door utes and canopies, I mean, they've got every combination under the sun, but I feel like wagons have sort of been left behind a lot, and a little bit of imagination, I think they can, you know, match up with the four-door ute canopy versions. Now, I know there is pretty nice pull-out drawer kitchen setups that you can get for wagons. It's pretty cool. But with this setup, I've now got a free drawer completely. One big free drawer that I can put more gear in. So I'll probably make that the spare parts, the tool drawer that I don't really need to use that much. But it's there. I've got spare parts if I need it. All right, well, I'll just get that. I'll show you what it's like with the awning out. Yeah. I haven't actually seen it with the awning out yet, so this is all new to me as well. Bushwhacker awning, 2.5 metre square, freestanding, and I think it's absolutely bloody amazing. It's the best awning that I've owned, and I've owned a few of them now. And there it is, guys, all set up, ready to go. Just chuck the Netflix on, bit of chill, a couple of beers out of the fridge, park your ass on a chair, and there she is. What do you think? So I did forget to mention a couple of things that I chose to do to keep the weight down. So originally I was going to have 3 drawers, which means more drawer runners, which are quite heavy for how big they are and what they are. And then obviously you got an extra weight for the drawer as well. So I just changed it to a 2 drawer, and it's taken off, you know, a couple of kilos, probably 3 or 4, maybe even 5 kilos worth of drawer, which is handy. And then also with the shelves, I was actually going to have, so they all slid out, metal shelves, and once again I'd have to have drawer runners underneath, which are super heavy for how big they are. They would have been, you know, 550, 600 along the side here, and having 2 going both ways, there's probably close to 7 or 8 kilos there. So I've taken off that as well, and yeah, just made, these aren't super heavy at all, these are just light, and I've just varnished them up. You get this stuff from Bunnings. I probably needed a couple more coats, to be honest, but yeah, that was just a couple of things I come up with to keep the weight down. It is made out of 2.5mm alley, not 3mm. That was another thing that the guy that made it for me goes 2.5mm will be amples for it all, because we've got these cross sections and there's extra bars on the side. You've got the strength there to be able to go 2.5mm, which has kept the weight down even more. Well, there it is, guys. I will ask for, if anyone is going to try and rip off my idea, all I'm going to ask is just include me in it. I put a lot of thought into this, and I don't know if it's worthy of producing. I've worked out how you could do it, but yeah, if someone's going to do it, I know I've showed family and friends and they've all said just painting the idea, but it costs thousands of dollars to paint an idea, and all they have to do is just change it to a 3 drawer or change the configuration, and they get away with it. So you're literally spending thousands of dollars for no bloody reason. So yeah, I'm not going to paint it, but all I ask is if someone wants to produce it, just count me in, please. This was one of 3 ideas that I had. The other 2 ideas were pretty good as well. This is just the one that I went with, and I've always got ideas running in my head. So yeah, let me know if you want to do it. Anyways, this is the setup. What's next for the cruiser? Well, that was going to be it for the mods, and then I was just going to turbo it. But during doing this, I've come up with another idea involving up the top. Once again, I haven't seen it done before, and I'm still trying to figure out how to do it in my head. I've think I've come up with an idea, and once again, it hasn't been done. I can't find it anywhere on the internet, and yeah, if I can pull it off, it should be pretty good. Should be pretty good. I'm just trying to toy with the weights, trying to keep the weight down. Anyways, cheers for watching. I really hope you think that is cool. And yeah, any questions, hit me up. I'll answer everything, anything you need. And yeah, cheers for watching. Like, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll be back with you very shortly. Cheers.